comment is limited to 3 minutes per speaker. Comments relative to any issues that are currently going through the public hearing process, matters that are in active litigation, political campaigning, or partisan politics will not be heard in this meeting. Speakers are to address the chairman, not each other or the audience, and are expected to conduct themselves in an appropriate manner. The use of abusive or profane language shall not be allowed. No debate or argument between speakers and/or members of the audience shall be permitted.
Thank you very much. Garvin Haynes, please.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
First of all, I'd like to thank y'all for taking care of the business of RWR. Now maybe we can move forward. I can assure you the authority when making their considerations on how money is spent, do so in the same manner as if it is our own money. Now, I do have a couple of things I'm certain that you all know already, but as of April 17th, 2012, the open meetings law has changed. It now includes all the subcommittees, plus committees, you name it, committees that this board forms is subject to open records. They also dropped the cost per page from 25 cents, which was, I think, initially put in 1978, down to 10 cents. We can now get data and disk that is to be formatted in a readable form by the general public. You shouldn't have to be a high-tech IT person to be able to read it. But there is one thing, and I'm happy about one part of it. I'm confused about the other part, and I'm asking for your general counsel to make it so that it's one way or the other. BOC members now may email each other concerning county business. Wow, y'all can actually talk together for a change. Novel idea of how you solve problems. Communication. But yet, we only have 3 board members. Most counties and governments in this state have 5 or more. So how does that affect us? I'm very happy that y'all can finally speak to each other one-on-one. But does that not constitute more than the necessary for a public meeting when you're talking county business? I'm confused on that one. Because it says plainly emails will not violate the act. It does not say anything about telephone conversations. Okay? But these are just some things I think that I thought it was necessary that the one other major element is executive sessions. Now that you can talk, maybe you don't have to do all the talking in executive session, but minutes have to be kept for executive session. And I'm very happy to hear that as well. But
Thank you.
Thank you for all that y'all have done this morning, especially.
Thank you for your comments. At this time, Brian Jenkins, please.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
I want to commend Oz Nesbitt and Janice Finesse and Marshall Walker for the meeting on last Thursday, the sign ordinance. I would certainly agree with Mr. Walker, Mr. Nesbitt, in terms of the feeling in the room. I believe that, as I said at that meeting, that we have a lot of ordinances, in my view, that are antiquated, and that this county should revisit so that we can use your words, Mr. Chairman, business friendly, be business friendly. We say that. It's easy to say that, but yet we're doing everything to do just the opposite. Right? So I think that certainly that is counterproductive. I want to also talk about the Rockdale County Community Clothes Closet. that was closed. It is certainly important to me, and I will keep this at the forefront of everything I do. In reading Ms. Judy Smith's comments in the Rockdale Citizen, I cried the other day when I read her comments, when she had talked about how, after 35 years and the work that they've been doing for this county, how it went about to close it. You slipped a letter under her door. You never met with her. You showed her absolutely no respect. And when you did that, Mr. Chairman, with all due respect, you disrespected the entire county. The work that those volunteers have done for years helping people, and to say that you can't find money to help with this building, but yet you were working hard to find over $300,000 for a dog park, $5,000 for pictures of yourself all around the county, but yet we can't find money to help the poor. And that is emblematic of your administration. But I'm a firm believer that how we treat others will certainly come back. I just believe in that. That's just my feeling. And I would hope that this administration in your remaining months will try and do whatever you can to make that community center whole. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. Chelsea Dean, please.
How y'all doing this morning?
Well,
Great.
thank you.
Yes, I want to thank y'all for dealing with the sign ordinance, and we've been dealing with this a long time, and we got to, like on the weekends, I figure people can put up signs as long as they be up before Monday. You know, that's the way I feel, because I put a sign at Johnson Park, because they're not going to put my name, even though I rent the building. They're not going to put my meeting on the building. So I had to make my own sign with my own picture, letting them know that RCTT every third Saturday, 3 to 4, be meeting there. And I have got a lot of disrespect from that building, you know. And I thought it was in my mind, and people thought it was in my mind until they started seeing it. You know, I pay my own money out my own pocket for that building for 2 hours. And they let us in at 2 o'clock. Imagine the building open all day, and I got to go in at 2 o'clock and try to decorate, try to fix up, to make it presentable in that length of time. And then it's 2 to 4. I done went up there 3 times dealing with my contract. My contract says 2 to 4. They want me out at 1:30. So why am I paying the extra money for the building? 3:30. And I don't want to keep dealing with fighting these people. So if anybody got a building for RCTT, please help me, because I'm not going to pay and be disrespected in my paying. And they ain't by black people. That's disrespectful. And dealing with the judge, we got to be careful who we make judges. The reason why I sit here and I stand here and fight, I came to Rockdale County because I was tired of fighting DeKalb County. I came here to sit down in daycare and not to never come back and fight no more. Until I went to magistrate court and was disrespected, and I have never been treated like the N word until I went to the magistrate court. You know, so when they freed him today, I understand. You know, they tried my case, but Judy Horns, whatever it's Horn, Ruby Horns tried the wrong case of mine. One that I had paid a lawyer already to try. So by the time he tried my case, he tried the wrong case. And he was embarrassed, and the people that knew he was embarrassed, they didn't try to compensate me. They tried to compensate him and say, Horns, that was the wrong case you tried against this lady. But I didn't have no more money to go to court to fight again. I didn't know 7 days that you could respond. I was so mad. Guess what I did with him? I was divorced with my husband 12 years and stayed with him 12 years, and I went and let him marry me in his office and let him know, if I'm going to be treated like the N, I'd rather go back to my black husband who never treated me like I was the N word. So I know what it is to be disrespected over there to that court. So that's why when we put people in courts, we have to make sure we put people of all races and all backgrounds and make sure we do this stuff right. So y'all be blessed and stop judging people by their color and treat everybody right and right in town.
Thank you for your comments. At this time, Janice Morris, please.
Good morning. Thank you all again. Thank you, Commissioner Finesse, Olden, Nesby, and the members. I've been a citizen of Rockdale County for 12 years. I know a lot of people who see me and Mr. Morris, Tauber Morris is my husband. But I want to take the special time today because we were recognized in a special way. First and foremost, thank him. The community that I'm aware of, that the founder of Helping Hands is Mr. Tauber Morris. They see a lot of me, but the knowledge goes to all my husband's ideas and his vision. Mr. Morris is a deputy of Rockdale County Sheriff Department. He's been here for 15 years. And I want the community to know that he always worked hard for the community, for safety, health, education, being on the school board of Rockdale County. I just want to let y'all know who my rock is. My rock is my husband. And with him, endless days, endless nights, with all the vision he gives in Rockdale County, round of applause to him today. I want to say thank you all so much for all of you all who have been knowing us when we started this organization. Thank you, Chair Oden, for being with us in the bottom of the basements and buildings and endless nights of creating Helping Hands computer outreach. Special thanks to my pastor, Pastor L. Sadler. Pastor Sadler, shout out. He's always keeping me prayed up. That's what it's going to take. I'd be weak, not knowing which way to go, but that prayer is powerful. And thank you, Pastor Sadler, for that. Special thanks goes to Stan Williams for educating us from the government for how nonprofits should work. A special thanks goes out to my friends, Josie Dean. You keep me encouraged when I didn't want to fight. There were some battles that went in between me and some other our components in Rockdale County. But I want the community to know Mercy Heart and Helping Hands work as one because it's about the community. I want to especially thank Rockdale Medical Center for all of their support. People are not aware of Rockdale Medical Center supply all the labs, all the x-rays, all the ultrasounds, and unconditionally everything we ever asked of them to do, they were there, and they are still there to this day. Those are my very important partners. My doctors, all the volunteer doctors, and officially Helping Hands has 134 dedicated volunteers. And when I say dedicated, they are there unconditionally. I want to thank the businesses of Rockdale County. When their employees are sick, they're always calling on us to be able to get them in there so they can get back to work effectively. So the community is working together, Commissioner Oz.
Thank you.
From the business
That's 3
perspective.
minutes.
Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. At this time, we have Ms. Arlene Eaton, please.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
When I came in today, my comments were going to be much different than what I'm going to give. It's going to be short, so I won't take a lot of time. I would like to commend you, Commissioners, on the job that you do. I've looked at the meetings on Channel 23, and I've read comments in the papers, and I know you take a lot of criticism, but you still come together and you do a job well done to benefit the community of Rockdale County. I've only lived here about 8 years now, so you may say I'm still a new transplant, learning about the county and how things are done. But as I said before, I want to commend you. I want to thank you for what you're doing. I know a lot of people say that, you know, there's a lot of conflict, but we have to understand that's life. We all don't think alike. But the important thing is that you can come together, touch and agree on what is good for Rockdale County and continue to make our living here a better place. And again, I want to say thank you, Commissioner Van Ness. Thank you, Commissioner Nesbitt. And thank you, Chairman of the Board, Richard Oden. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. At this time, Christopher Peacock, please.
I just wanted to take the time to introduce myself to the board and Rockdale County. My name is Christopher Peacock, and my restaurant, Peacock Grill, is located at 1191 Urban Bridge Road. We serve homemade food, everything cooked to order, fresh ingredients, and very reasonable prices for everybody's price range. And that's about it.
Tell us where it is on Irwin Bridge Road.
I'm sorry, it's 1191 Urban Bridge Road.
Can you give us a landmark?
It's almost on the corner. It's right beside the mini food convenience store.
Okay.
And down from the mobile, yes, ma'am. And every day we got different specials going on. And like on Wednesdays, I do 10-piece wings, $4 and whatnot. And got a special for the kids after school and all that kind of stuff.
Is there a telephone number?
Oh, yes, sir. It's 770-918-8520.
And Chris, what are your hours again?
I'm from 11 to 9 every day, except Sunday. We close on Sunday. But Monday through Saturday, 11 to 9.
Very good.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right, thank y'all.
Thank you for your comments, Christopher. At this time, Mr. R.J. Halley, please.
Good morning,
Good morning.
Commissioners, Chairman. Good to see you this morning. I first wanted to thank you guys for recognizing Mike Minkoff as a member of the Executive Board of Rockdale Democrats. I've already recognized his greatness, and we're so thankful that the board took the time today to recognize him and his wife as well, as they're going through some challenges. So thank you so much for that. I also want to take a moment to commend our clerk of courts for her bold proposal last week under some challenging circumstances, and I hope that it's not. I know it was initiated by her opponent. I hope it's not a sign of what the campaign season ahead is going to look like. We desperately need here in Rockdale County to be working together. Everybody knows I'm a Democrat, no doubt about it. But people also know that when it comes to something that's going to benefit the county, that I put all that aside and I'll do what I can here and at the Capitol to support that. So I hope that we can do that going forward. And I'm glad to see efforts like the think tank, because people are saying in this community that we want to come together. We got to put those labels aside and do what we need to do. When we're looking at these other communities, and everybody's reading the paper just like I am, and we're saying, hey, why can't Rockdale get some of these, Caterpillar Baxter type events? And so, as was mentioned up earlier by Mr. Haynes, now that you guys can communicate, I'm hoping that the three of you will be able to work together and come up with some bold proposals, as a unit, and really move our county forward. So I know what you do is difficult. I know more than most what you do is difficult. And I appreciate each and every one of you. And I just hope for the sake of the community that we can continue to find ways to bolster Rockdale County. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your comments. Ms. Jacqueline Johnson-Dixon, please.
Good morning.
Good morning.
I am Jacqueline Johnson-Dixon, and I come from up south in Baltimore, Maryland. When I told people there that I intended to move to the state of Georgia, many felt that I should be committed, considering what they thought the climate was. What I found since moving here to Rockdale County is justice has no geographical boundaries. And to see what Mike Minkoff and Lou Belcher have done was so heartening. I made sure I called Baltimore and told them everything that was happening here. And I always left them with something from the Bible that folk down here believe that if it is to be, it is up to me. So people like Mr. Minkoff and Lou Belcher and many others here have taken to heart, they've read Isaiah where he says, "Here, my Lord, send me." Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. At this time, I have Ms. Karen James, please.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
I have an excellent opportunity for the community to come together and play. Elks Aidmore Music Festival, Saturday, April 28th. We'll host its inaugural music festival at the Horse Park. The purpose of the music festival is more than an event. The purpose is to create awareness and to raise funds for children that are in foster care, most of which are victims of domestic violence. The music festival will also serve as an opportunity to honor and share foster care success stories from young people to civic and corporate leaders. $15 bring your lawn chair, or $35 reserve seating. You can go online, www.elksaidmoremusicfestival.com, or contact Dawn Butler at 404-903-1227. And in case many of you may not know about Elks Aidmore, it provides services to Georgia's at-risk youth, like foster children, for over 75 years through a wide range of programs. Starting in the 1930s, Elks Aidmore provided services through health care clinics for youth who suffered from physical disabilities. This work led to the creation of the Elks Aidmore Hospital in Atlanta, which served the same population until 1976. And in 1977, the focus and the mission was changed. They decided to, through a wide range of programs, residential and non-residential, to focus on creating success for at-risk teenagers and young adults who are in foster care. So please join us on Saturday, April 28th. The gates open at 2. The headliner is Ken Ford. He'll be on at 9. Also, let's see, Claudette King, youngest daughter of the great B.B. King, Big Robert T. International Blues artist, Will Culbreth featuring Jazzmatic. He's the son of the noted musician Bill Cole, and Tampa Blue traditional blues artist. So we look forward to seeing you on Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you for your comments. It's time Elaine Nash, please.
Good morning. I'm slow.
Good morning.
I'm trying to get over, or hoping to get over, bursitis. I wanted to thank you all from the Water Authority for going on and moving the budget forward. We will now get started. I think the RWR will get started on their pilot test program. This will be a new thing for the county. District 6 is a very diverse district. It will give us opportunity to find out the ease with which we can communicate with radio read meters for industry, commercial, warehousing, also subdivisions, different topography. It makes almost an ideal district to begin and do a test pilot program. And citizens will begin to hear about it because there's going to be more interface with citizens. I wanted to compliment the staff of RWR on proceeding, even though they had been working on a meter database for quite a while. They are continuing to proceed on a meter database, something that we've never had, and it's essential. It actually serves two functions, one for the folks who repair and for the billing department. And so you actually need sort of two different meter bases because you also have to track warranties through one. So the meter base is is moving along, and the staff is to be complimented for their it's tedious work to do what they're putting together now, because if you change meters, then you need to have an ability in the future to change them, because they usually need to be changed every 10 or 15 years. And to get our money's worth for the taxpayers or for the ratepayers, we need to keep track of warranties and be able to make sure that the warranties are provided by the vendor. Anyway, thank you all for that. And I thank RWR too for their, we are moving along together now.
Thank you. Thank you for your comments. At this time, certainly last but not least, Ms. Mary Ellis Phillips.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning.
Glad to be here on this pleasant, sunshiny day. First, I want to say ditto to the young lady. She sounded like me. I want to commend you, too. I think you're doing a great job. I'm a transplant of only 3 years. But I think you're doing a wonderful job, and I just want to commend you again.
Thank you.
I'm the acting president of Keep Conyers Rockdale Beautiful Council. And I'm very excited to bring you some information about the Great American Cleanup that we sponsored on April 7th at the Pine Log Park. We had more than 180 volunteers, about a dozen sponsors. We had 3.78 tons of litter collected. Even one bed frame carted away. You'd be surprised at the trash that we find out there. We had 26 people from the community service work that day and cleaned 5 large dumpsters, 4 roadways totaling 10.44 miles of roadside trash. Approximately 240 trash bags were filled. 4 full dump trucks. We have a lot of trash in Rockdale County, but the Keep Conyers Clean and Beautiful Council, we are cleaning it up. And I thank you so much. I thank my team members and all the volunteers. We even had babies in strollers. We had the little toddlers putting on gloves, and they wanted their shirt too. But I'm just so thankful to be a part of this group. And I want to give you our phone number. It's 770-278-7052. Our website is www.kcrb@rockdalecounty.org. If you see anything that needs to be cleaned up, call us. We'll be there. Last but not least, I have tickets for the Covington Conyers Choral Guild that I'm a part of. I'm one of the high sopranos, and I want to invite everybody to come out. If you love good music, you will definitely enjoy this. The tickets are $10 a piece, and it's well worth it. We will be at the Rockdale Auditorium on May 11th at 8:00 p.m. Bring your wife, your husband, your friend, your everybody, and come out and enjoy some beautiful music. Thank you so much.
Thank you for your comments. At this time, I entertain board comments, please. Mr. Van Ness.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.